Alright guys, so in section 5 we're talking about dividing integers. So before we look at the rules, I want to look at number 3 from the homework, and it has dividing by 0 or 0 divided by. So when you divide something by 0, that's when it's undefined. Like we can't take a number and divide it by 0, and I'll show in the supplement why that's true. And the top one, when you have 0 on top, that value is 0. So if there's a 0 on the bottom, it's undefined, and 0 on top, the answer is 0. And I'll explain that in the supplement. But the rules for dividing integers are the same as multiplying integers. If you have two integers and you're dividing them and they're the same, the answer is positive, and if it's different, then the answer is negative. So like on this one, we have two integers, one's positive, one's negative, so my answer is going to be negative. So the same rules as multiplication applies for division. If you look at number 10. Number 10, you're dividing two integers, so the answer is, and they're both negative, so the answer is going to be positive. And this rule is found on page 59 of your text. So if they're the same, it's positive. If they're different, it's negative. So on this one, we would get a positive value. And lastly, one of the word problems, like number 16. And so on 16, yes, we're in the division section again, so we know we're going to divide the numbers. But it's good to see why we're dividing. So a company is going to cut a whole bunch of money from its budget. To do this, I have 157 departments will have their budgets reduced at an equal amount. So I want to take this number and divide it up into 157 equal pieces. And so that's why I'm dividing these two numbers. And so if it's cut up into equal parts, that stands for division. So just getting comfortable with the word problems to know when do I do what, when do I add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So I'll do a supplemental to show kind of the basics for dividing integers, and then the rule with when you have the zeros involved.